Good morning, students. Beta. The topic of today's discussion in my video will be Human Resource Management, popularly called as HRM. Beta, we have been using the word staffing. It is the third function of management, one of the very important function of management. Now, what is this human resource management? It is also related with staffing. Now, we'll see how this term it came into existence, how it has evolved, how it has taken birth. There was no abrupt introduction of this concept, beta. The present day HRM has evolved from a number of interrelated developments. Now we see what those interrelated developments are. Earlier, labor relation officer was appointed to look after the interest of employees. With certain developments, the new designation, a new person was appointed. His role, his responsibility was different from that of the labor relation officer. That was personnel manager. But nowadays, in big organization, another designation is being used, that is human resource manager, involving certain specialized areas of activities. Now we will discuss all these three developments one by one. First of all, labor relation officer, how they came to be appointed in the organization, beta. With the emergence of industrial revolution, trade union activities, they became very active. They forced the management to appoint a person who could act as a link or mediator between the owners and workers. So it resulted in the appointment of a labor welfare officer. His role was merely to look after the interest and welfare of workers. He could pass on their problems, their suggestions, their grievances to the management. He was given no other responsibility or duty to do any other work. He was simply a mediator between management and workers, and his responsibility was restricted only to the welfare activities of employees. He was not at all involved in the recruitment or selection of employees. Okay, beta. After that, when factory system came into introduction, large number of people began to be employed under one roof because large scale production started happening, so we needed more number of people. So due to more number of people, we needed a person who could look after into the recruitment, selection and placement of employees. Not just he was not just supposed to look after the welfare of employees. He was involved in recruitment, selection, placement of employees. Fine, we needed such a person who could do all these tasks. So a new person was appointed, that is personnel officer. He was given the task of recruitment, selection, placement and orientation of employees. Initially, we used the term personnel officer for this person. Later on, after certain reforms, the new term started being used was personnel manager. Okay, bache. Now, human resource manager. Due to the fast changing technological developments, fine, there was a need to update the knowledge and skill of the employees. Constant developments were happening, so there was need to constantly give them new developments or new methods of training. So people came to be recognized as a valuable resource, because without talented, competent, capable manpower, our physical resources, they cannot be optimally utilized. More importance was being paid to the human resources. The term resources started being used for manpower, beta. The increase in the scope of work led to the replacement of personnel manager with the human resource manager. So HRM became a specialized activity which requires expertise of many people. We appoint specialists for each function of this department. It provides training and development activities to employees to update their knowledge and skills. Okay, so nowadays in medium as well as in large business organization, HRM department is a common department, just like production, purchase, and marketing departments. Okay, it is a distinct functional area of management. It is not just the duty of all the managers. A specialized, a separate department is being created to deal with the one of the important asset of the business, that is human resources. So these are the series of developments which led to the emergence of a concept of HRM. Initially it was labor relation officers, fine, after industrial revolution. But when the factory system came into existence, labor relation officers were replaced with personnel manager. But nowadays, due to fast changing environment, we are using the term human resource manager. Okay, beta ji. Now, staffing and HRM both are interrelated, beta. Staffing word is generally used in small organization, while HRM is used in large organization. Okay, in staffing, employees are treated as mere workers, but in human resource management, employees are not just workers, they are the most valuable asset of the business. Okay, the staffing is a function which all managers need to perform. It is the job of every manager to fill positions in the organization, and they have to make sure that right persons are appointed on the right job. In small organizations, managers may perform all duties which are related to the employees, their recruitment, their selection, their salary, their working conditions. But in big organizations, due to large number of employees, a separate department called HRD, Human Resource Development, is formed to manage the human resources, because our employees are not mere workers, they are our valuable assets. So HRM will have specialists in managing people. So we can say that staffing is a part of HRM. Staffing is just one part of human resource management, because human resource management involves a lot many specialized activities. Now, what are these specialized activities being performed by human resource personnel? Let us discuss those. First is recruitment. HRM manager, human resource management manager, he's involved in the recruitment of employees. Recruitment means encouraging more and more people to apply for the vacant jobs. Main purpose is to create a large pool of recruited candidates. It is a positive process. We try to encourage as many people as possible, so that out of those recruited candidates we can select the best candidate. We are not going to select all the recruited candidates, we have to select only a few of them. Next specialized activity is analyzing jobs, collecting information about jobs so that we can prepare job description. HRM manager, he makes a detailed study, in-depth study of job, so that he can make a job description. Job description means describing the job. That is, what is the nature of work, what are the duties and responsibilities involved, what will be the working hours, what type of working conditions will be there. In detail, a job description is given. Accordingly, we make job specification, what type of people are required to do those type of job. On the basis of job description, job specification is made by the human resource manager. Now, after deciding the job description, next is developing compensation and incentive plan. Compensation is what? Compensation is the reward given to the employees in return of their services to the organization, beta. It can be in the form of monetary payments as well as non-monetary. The monetary there can be direct payments as well as indirect. Direct payment means regular pay, wages, salaries, commissions, while indirect payments may include perquisites, perks, in fringe benefits to the employees. We have to decide about the compensation of the employees and incentive plans, whether we are going to give them financial incentive or non-financial incentive. Depending upon the level at which the employee is working, different types of incentives are given to the employees, like status, recognition. It can be monetary incentives as well. Next is placement and orientation. HRM manager also put the right person at the right place, and also familiarize them with the employees in the organization, with the culture of the organization, with the rules, with the policies of the organization, so that they feel comfortable in the organization, in the new environment. They can easily adjust. Next, training and development of employees. Why we give them training and development? So that they can give their best to increase their efficiency and effectiveness. Further, training and development also increase their chances of promotion in future. Better growth prospects are there for the employees. Maintaining labor relations and union management relations. HRM manager has to ensure that there are healthy relations between employees and the management. They have to listen to the problems of employees, their complaints, their grievances, their suggestions. Fine. So that healthy relations are maintained between management and workers. They handle their grievances, they handle their complaints. ठीक है, suitable mechanism is developed to listen to their problems, and suggestions or solutions or remedies are made so that conflicts do not arise. They also provide for social security and welfare of employees. It is also ensured by HRM manager that the welfare of employees is ensured. Like they introduce certain schemes like employee insurance, provident fund, gratuity, medical reimbursement, so that they feel secure and their welfare is also ensured in the organization. Next is defending the company in lawsuits and avoiding legal complications. The human resource manager defend the company in any legal matter. Beta, they represent the company in any case or any legal matter or any action taken against the company, and they try to avoid any legal complications. So we can see different specialized activities are performed by HRM manager. So we can conclude that staffing is definitely just an part of HRM, as it is the practice of finding, evaluating, and establishing a working relationship with people. Okay, beta. Thank you. Hope you have understood the concept of human resource management.